Sandy Steinman here, President of Background Checks Express, your one-stop source for accessible, accurate, and affordable background checking. In our last few videos, we've been exploring what it takes for employers to comply with the Fair Credit Reporting Act when performing pre-employment background checking. In earlier videos, we made the case that background checking was vital to avoid negligent hiring lawsuits. And I was planning on reviewing some of the frequently asked questions about FCRA compliance, but in light of a large legal settlement against an employer who violated the Fair Credit Reporting Act this week, I thought we would take a look at that. This past week, a New Jersey federal court approved an $870,000 settlement between New England Motor Freight, Inc. and a group of 7,000 drivers who claimed that the company denied them employment after conducting criminal background checks and obtaining credit reports and driver history reports without their authorization. And that's a no-no. The lead plaintiff in the lawsuit was a driver who said the company did not hire him because it conducted without his authorization a background check that erroneously identified him as a convicted felon. And you gotta wonder, how in the world an attorney ever got a hold of this, but you never know. And the fact is, he did it $870,000 later. Here we are. Now, I can hear you screaming out there, saying things like, wait a minute, we're darned if we do and we're darned if we don't. If the company had hired him without background checking and he was a felon and he went out and committed some sort of crime against another driver or a customer, the company would have lost millions in a negligent hiring lawsuits. And remember, companies lose those cases 79% of the time at an average cost of over $1 million. Now, they do a background check and they get sued and it costs them nearly $1 million. Okay. Is it really a no-win situation for the employer? Absolutely not. Had the company followed FCRA guidelines and gotten the plaintiff's authorization to run the background checks, and when negative information showed up, notified the applicant with a pre-adverse letter, also required by the law, none of this would have taken place. This is just one of a series of large lawsuits that have been settled or are in the process of being settled against employers for FCRA violations. And I want to tell you, they're not all big companies. This is happening to small and medium-sized companies too. This just proves the concept that employers need to work with accredited background checking firms like Background Checks Express that understand that compliance and accuracy are the two biggest priorities in providing this service. If you're an employer, I hope you'll follow this series of videos, because what you learn here can well keep you out of court, and that's our mission. If you have any questions about the Fair Credit Reporting Act in general, or want to learn how we can ensure that your background checking is FCRA compliant, just feel free to call me at 844-SCREEN-NOW. That's 844-727-3366. In the meanwhile, be safe, hire safe, and I'll see you in the next video.